Hi everybody, good morning, good evening. This is our little video course to go along with my book, 108 Questions for Your Body, the guided Somatic Self-Healing Journal workbook. So we're going to just make a short video for the feet first. And I encourage you to do this for 15 to 20 times or more or less. Pause the video maybe and do it on your own. So we can save a little time on the recording. Or you can watch the whole thing through once and then just try to do it on your own. So let's just start first with just feeling the natural breath. Always the exhale to relax the nervous system is more important than the inhale. And we'll just start with some really basic heel lifts. So you can do this standing or in the chair, but we'll start in the chair, heel lifts and pressing your feet in. And you can do this for 10 to 15 times, and then separating the legs and toe lifts. You can see in the video my injured ankle doesn't lift yet as high as the right. And just feel and press your feet down as you're doing this. And you can continue on again, feeling your feet lifting and lowering. Heels up for 10 to 15, heels down. Yeah. And then let's tune into our tailbone, where it's the root chakra, Muladhara they call it in Sanskrit. And just breathing easily, shift your weight from sit bone to sit bone and the tailbone, rocking forward a little bit toward the pubic bone. If you'd like to go a little deeper, you can do 15 to 20 with your torso, getting more heavy to feel gravity, because we're working on grounding and gravity, right? Feeling gravity pulling you down and getting a little stretch. And then do 15 to 20 to the other direction. Really tuning and bringing your attention down into your sit bones and especially rolling back into the tailbone, okay? And then we'll arch forward a little bit, so I'll turn this way. So you can see, just arch forward and open the back into extension and then curl under. They call this a dog tilt in yoga. Or maybe this is the dog tilt. Cat and dog. Cat curls under. Breathe out. Rocking forward and back. Getting a little movement in your spine and your neck, whatever feels comfortable. And then continue doing the cat stretch, cat dog stretch on your own. Good. And then before we stand up, we'll just take our feet and using our thumbs and our hands, just giving a little massage, just to feel the feet. The way we can use our body as a container, more of a container of our experience, is to move ourselves and actually massage and feel ourselves. Feel. Okay, so you can do that as long as you want. I wouldn't use any cream yet. You could use cream after you're done so you don't slide on the floor. Nice massage of the feet, okay? And do that as long as you want. Now I'm gonna stand up and do almost the same thing, and you may need something to balance. So I'm gonna bring my chair around. You could use a counter or a wall, and we're gonna do the same thing. Lift onto the balls of the feet, press in, lift the heels high and down, good. And you can continue on for as long as you want, but maybe work up to 10 to 15 of these. Then spreading the legs. And we'll do one at a time. Toe lifts, pressing the heels in, squeezing the thighs. Yep. You can have your hands on your hips or relaxed. Yeah. And feel the downward energy. In Ayurveda, they call that apana. All that downward energy brings our attention down. We wouldn't be able to go to the bathroom or have our period, or even, you know, if you've had kids, the downward force to have a baby come out, right? So feel that gravity and feel your legs, connecting with your legs and feet as much as you can through the day. And okay, you can keep on with that. We'll continue on now with balancing on one foot. So classically in yoga would be called a tree pose, but you don't have to. Just touch the toe, pull in, find a spot to look at, and see if you can balance on one foot for 5 to 10 seconds to start. Have your chair nearby. could just lift a foot, the knees sort of together. Pull in on your navel, lift the ribs, and feel the feet wobbling, doing what they need to do. All right, and continue on with that. You can do 10 to 15 of these, alternating for 5 to 10 seconds, however much you could do on each foot. Tree pose, modified, right? You could always just touch your foot down again. Good. Okay, and then just take a moment to sway your weight. And you can take a long time to do this, making gentle circles with the hips, presses the weight down into the fronts of the feet, sides, the back. Feel your weight as you have soft knees transferring into a hip circle, but consciously feeling the feet. You can do 10 to 15 in the other direction. Yes, good. Feel your feet, loose knees, this is good for all the joints. Excellent. And then maybe let your weight go backward without falling over. Feel the back of your heels, the backs of your shoulders, connecting to the back, low back, the back of your head. And then go forward. Feel like you're going forward without falling. Feel gravity. If you let go, you'd go forward, right? And then a little side without falling. Feel the weight shifting. Sink your intention down, feeling the floor or the carpet. Some people like to imagine growing roots like a tree. What works for me is imagining like an invisible, just silvery or colorful umbilical cord that is connecting me to the center of this earth, whether I like it or not. We're connected, right? So feel that cord down to the molten center, gravity. You can continue on with this for a good while, and you can practice when you're in line at the store, when you're just standing there. Feel your feet, rock your weight, so simple. Even Peter Levine talks about this. Just soften your knees and sway your weight to feel your feet. Keeps us in our container of our body when we're triggered. Okay, this is getting a little long already. Wow. Let's do one more, and this is an anahata practice called pulling the silk. So our fingers are down, toes point down, and then like this. So toes, fingers, and then flex. Keep your knees soft, take your time. I like to breathe in as I go up, breathe out as I go down, but you can do whatever feels right. You can also do the opposite hand to opposite foot. It's a little bit easier, I think, because it mimics the way we walk. So, whew, that's my bad ankle. Point and flex, point and flex. Good. I like to call it the puppet. Let's just do one more. Legs spread wide. We'll bend our knees over our toes, come down. Doesn't have to be far down. And imagine just pushing into the feet. Well, feel the push into the feet. Imagine pulling energy up toward you. And then overhead and parting the clouds. Big circle with the arms. Bend and scoop. Breathe out. Can go lower if you want. And you can continue this 10 to 15 or more. It's so wonderful. You can round your back if you want. And lift up if you want a little bit more rounding and stretching. Good. And continue on if you want with parting the clouds. And I'll go on to video 2, which will have more grounding and gravity exercises for chakra 1.